Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Miss you guys. We got a quick little notes video here. It's going to really help with your assignment. And just a quote to keep in mind today: be like the turtle, at ease in your own shell. All right. So let's look at number 1 here. A baker needs 4 eggs to make 12 cookies. Picture that happening. How many eggs will he need to make 30 cookies? Well, there's a couple ways you can go about this, but I'm really going to recommend setting up a proportion because this is a ratio. 4 eggs for 12 cookies. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go like 4 over 12. These are the eggs. These are the cookies. 4 eggs for 12 cookies. And we're going to set that equal to, because these things will stay constant, to, well, we want to figure out how many eggs for 30 cookies. So we're going to put the 30 on the bottom of this fraction because we want, we want the cookies to line up. There's cookies, there's cookies. And then the eggs are also going to line up. There's eggs, and we're not sure what eggs are, so that's x. But eggs is still over here. All right? So once we set up that proportion, we're going to be really good to go. We're going to do cross multiplication here. We've done this before. 4 times 30 is going to be 1,200. 12 times x is going to be 12x. And then to find what x is, we're just going to divide by 12. And you get x equals, doesn't equal 1,200, it equals 120. We make mistakes, that's okay, so we got an eraser. And we got x equals 10. Okay. Number 2. Again, we're going to be using that process here. Look for that in this question. Gary buys a 3.5 pound of dog food every 3 weeks, so that's just what it comes in the store, 3.5 pounds. It's just what it is. And he gets that every 3 weeks. If he keeps that ratio constant, how many pounds of dog food will he need for 52 weeks? All right, so you get that feel. It's like, well, if this is true, then what are we gonna need in the future if the ratio is constant? So we can set up a proportion for these. So we got 3.5 pounds. I'm gonna put pounds right here, and that's all over 3 because he uses 3.5 pounds in 3 weeks. Okay? And then we're going to keep that proportion constant, set it equal to each other, and now we have 52 weeks. So 52 is 52 weeks. So then I'm going to look right over here. Hey, oh, there's pounds. Weeks is on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to put my 52 on the bottom because that's also weeks. And then we're not sure how many pounds we need. That's what we're trying to figure out. So that's x. So then we can go ahead and we can cross multiply. So 3.5. If you type that into your calculator, times 52. Don't be scared by the fractional amount. It's just a number. We're going to get 182 equals, and then 3 times x is just 3x. So if we divide that 182 by 3, we're going to get x equals 60 2/3. So over the course of 52 weeks, which is just a year, it's going to need 60 2/3 pounds of dog food. That's a lot of food. Think about that. That's how much pounds the dog is eating. But he also exercises and uses the bathroom. All right, number 3. Most middle schoolers ride their bike at a speed of 15 miles per hour. Claire lives 2.5 miles from school. How long will it take to get there? This is a little tricky. 15 miles per hour. What that really means is, she can travel 15 miles in 1 hour, but she doesn't have to go 15 miles, so she's not going to need to travel for 1 hour. It's going to be much less. But let's still tackle this with a proportion here. 15 miles per hour. That per hour means in 1 hour. That's what per means. So 15 miles in 1 hour. So there's our first ratio. This is miles and hours. We're going to set it equal to, well, how far does she have to go? 2.5 miles. Then, we're not sure how long it's going to take, so that's x. All right? So then we can cross multiply, and we're going to get 15x equals 2.5. And to get x by itself, we can divide by 15, and we're going to get x equals, if you type that into your calculator, 1/6. So it takes 1/6 of an hour. And if you're really good with fractions, you know 1/6 of an hour is just 10 minutes. Not bad. How do I know that? Well, 1/6 of an hour is 1/6, and how many minutes are an hour? Times 60. That's what of means, right? Multiply. And that says 10. So 10 minutes. All right, number 4 here. In a survey of 30 Westmoreland students, 8 reported they have visited another country. If there are 1,200 students in the district, how many people can you expect have visited another country? Well, we're not going to ask everyone in our survey. We are going to ask 30, and we're going to get a feel for it, and then we're going to take that ratio and bump it up to 1,200. So 8 are, yes, they've visited another country, and we've asked 30 people. So 8 out of 30, and we're going to set that equal to what we're trying to figure out, 1,200 students. So 1,200 is going to go on the bottom because that's where we put our people. And we're not sure about this, so that's x. And then you just go ahead and cross multiply. So 8 times 1,200 is 9,600 equals 30 times x is just 30x. Divide by 30. We're going to x equals 320. So we can predict, infer that 320 people have visited another country. All right. Last one here. This is kind of tricky. A cheetah is fast, but only over short distances. It can run 1/4 of a mile in 1/240th of an hour. So it can run a short distance in a short amount of time. So let's see how fast that is in miles per hour. So we can set up our ratio here, because we know it can do 1/4 of a mile in 1/240th of an hour. Don't be scared by the fractions. Set that proportion up just like we're talking about simple eggs and cookies. It's not eggs and cookies here, it's miles and hours. So we want to figure out how fast is that in miles per hour. What do we put over here? Well, what do we know? Well, we know we're looking for how many miles per hour. Per hour means 1 hour. How many miles in 1 hour? So we can put 1 down here because that's where the hours go. And we're not sure about how many miles they'll go, so that's right there. So if we just cross multiply, 1 times 1/4 is just 1/4. 1/240th times x is just 1/240th times x. And divide by 1/240th. If I even said that right. And what we're going to get is as a fraction 1 960th of an hour. So a very short amount of time. If you are curious and want to find that in minutes, that is 1/16th of a minute. Oh geez, so what is that in seconds? Not that you have to do this on your assignment, but we're just doing it anyways. 3.5 seconds. So it can really move. It can do 1 lap around the track in 3.5 seconds, but it can only do that for a short amount of time. All right, you guys, that's all I got for today. Rewatch that video. It's going to really help you with your assignment. And remember, be like the turtle, at ease in your own shell. Have a good day. Bye-bye.